This is a video to show how to install and the functionality also of the MCEC MG, the email generator tool for the multilingual college email corpus. Now, the first thing you're going to need is to know how to install Python, etc. And the easiest way to do this, I think, is if you go to the website github.com/DamianRomero/MCECEMG. I should provide you this link somewhere on an email or something. But if you go here, you will find some installation instructions on the main website. So the structure is the overview, project organization, getting started. This is where you want to go. Under getting started, you can go to installation instructions, and we're gonna follow this. So the first thing, if you don't have a Conda environment, you can follow these instructions, which will get everything set up for you. But the first thing you need to do is definitely to install a working version of Python. I have tested this software with Python 3.7.6 and above. So if you don't have this version of Python, maybe it's better to upgrade. But I don't know, you can test it with just version 3.7, should be enough. Okay, so that's if you don't have Conda, which is a software manager, a package manager for Python, and it's fine if you don't, just follow these instructions. If you have Conda, you probably have done this before, so also just follow these instructions, and we're gonna do that. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you know how to run Python from the program, from the command line. I have some instructions here from realpython.com. These are very useful for Windows and Mac users. Now, the second thing you need to do is open the command line tool. So in Mac, this is terminal. On Windows, this would be the command prompt. You can search for it on your search tab or search function in your operating system. And I think that should be big enough. So what you need to do is go to wherever you downloaded this software, the whole folder for this program. So we're going to do that now. The easiest way, I think, is to go to the parent folder. So for example, my email generator folder is inside a folder called temporary. And so what I'm going to do in macOS and Windows, it's the same. I type the word cd, then space. Also, this has to be lowercase. And then I'm just gonna drag and drop to the command line, and this will give me the full path. Now, this might differ depending on your operating system. Windows uses /, this /, and then just type enter. This will take me to the desktop, the email generator folder. So this is where I can run the program. Now, if you have Conda, what you can do is create a Conda environment. I already have one, so I'm going to just switch to it. If you don't have Conda, it's enough that you have Python installed on your computer. Python version 3.7 plus, that is. So I'm just gonna activate my environment. And now once I do that, either on Conda or not, you can do Python setup py and then develop. If you're inside email generator, all you need to do is copy and paste this Python. If your Python version is Python 3, then you have to do this, but mine is not. So, Python is 3.7 in my computer, but the command to run it is just Python. Sometimes it changes depending on how you install Python. So I'm going to run this, and this is going to install the dependencies that you need for running the program. Okay, so that's it. Now, if you have Conda and you want to check the installation, one thing you can do is just Conda list MCEC, and that should show you the version of this program. All right, so I'm still in the email generator tool, the folder, and then the next thing we want to do to run the program is this. You're going to run Python, or like I said, Python 3, which is not my case, Python, and then run.py. This should be enough to get it running. So what's going to happen is the program is going to start, and the first thing you're going to be asked for is your net ID. This is important because the program is going to assign you those departments that you're going to be recruiting from. Always make sure to read the whole prompt, any messages that you see on the screen. This says starting program. Please follow the instructions, and you can enter cancel at any point in time to quit, but this will not save your most recent progress. So if you just emailed somebody, this might not save that progress. Anyways, so what I'm going to do to show this functionality is type cancel, and this will take me again to my normal command line tool. So it says exiting program, your progress has not been saved. I hadn't done any progress anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to clear my screen and then type Python run.py again to start the program again. So here you can type your net ID. This is public information because it's on any number of websites on the U of A, so it's not private or anything, so it's fine to have it anywhere. So this is my net ID. What's going to happen is the program is going to welcome me, and again says cancel to exit without saving. Now the program is going to ask you about the academic term that you're going to be recruiting from, and this is going to be fall 20. That's the only option right now. So that's fall 20. Make sure to use the same casing as you see here. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. Like, let's say I do fall 20. All the program is going to do is going to ask me for the input again, and this will happen anywhere when you're typing instructions here. So you can always, I think in most command line interfaces, you can copy and paste, but if you don't, you'll have to type it. So if I type it correctly, it's going to ask me if I'm recruiting. Now here, it doesn't matter what I choose. I can choose no or yes. Whatever I choose, it's going to be the same thing, because the same result, because right now the program only works for recruiting. In the future, I might add functionalities, like for instance, for generating follow-up emails, which is going to help us be consistent on our responses. But here, I'll say yes, I am recruiting. Like I said, if I say no, it's going to show the same information. Now it says you will be recruiting from the following departments. This will vary according to your net ID, the one you logged in with. So this is, since it's me, I'm going to be recruiting from the Department of Spanish and Portuguese and German Studies also. So is this a test? Now, you can run this program in test mode, and I'm going to show you how. If I say no, it's going to take us directly to recruiting, and I'm also going to show that later, but right now we're going to run it as a test. So I'm going to say yes. If I run it as a test, then the program will only create 3 emails, and none of this progress will be saved. So do not use the test mode to actually email participants. Test mode is only for you to play with the program, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So for the test mode, it's going to it's going to ask you for confirmation. This is only so that you have time to read these instructions. So I'm going to type continue. And just to show you, if I don't type it correctly, it's going to ask me again. So again, don't worry if you don't type anything correctly. It's not like you're going to break the program or anything. So I'm going to type continue. And then it's going to say that I have started copying emails. Okay. So it will show you which instructor you will be emailing. Again, this is public information, so it's okay to have it on this video or anywhere else. You can find all this information on the U of A websites, and this is where we got it from. So this is emailing Peter Ecke, and he's a professor in German studies. I actually know him, so I know he's a he. But if you're not sure of the people's pronouns, use they. That's going to be better. Not that you're gonna have to modify the emails in any way that you're going to need pronouns, but it's just the better way to do it, and that's going to be our policy. So use they if you don't know the pronouns of the person. So this is Peter Ecke, and I know him, but I don't know him personally. I haven't met him personally. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to customize the greeting when you're emailing a professor, right? Which is going to be different than if you were emailing, let's say a colleague or a friend that you happen to know and be emailing. That's why we assign people to their respective departments, or maybe like we tried at least, right? So emailing Peter Ecke, right? So the email for Peter Ecke has been copied to your clipboard. That's the first thing, and I'm going to show you. So if I just do Control V, it's going to show. I'm going to copy the email anywhere on, like, I'm going to open the email, the CatMail web app. So you're going to see that. So this is the email for Professor Ecke, right? And it already shows, dear Peter Ecke, etc. You don't need to modify anything. This email is automatically going to show the classes that this professor is teaching this semester. So it's going to ask for, if they want to participate with the following classes. Since Peter Ecke is just teaching one, it seems, this semester, or at least that's what we know, then that's fine. Now, just to show you that you can actually copy anything else, I'm going to do Control Copy on my keyboard, erase this, and if you see, I copied this line, right? Now, that might feel like, oh no, I made a mistake, and then I don't know how to get the email back on my clipboard again. Okay, so what you can do is type at any point copy, and that is going to copy the email again on your clipboard. And just to show you, it's here again. Okay, right. Now, so how do we email professors? What you're going to do is go to your CatMail account, and then you're going to start a new email. Hoping my internet connection is good. Okay. And the best way to do it is Control A, delete whatever greetings you have on your email, and then type in Control V to copy the email here. And you're already going to have a farewell message customized to your particular person. So it doesn't matter who you're emailing if you typed your own UA net ID. this is going to be customized. And what you need to do now is copy this part to recipients, and then the email subject to subject, and then delete everything above. So that's it. Now, because we know, I'm gonna go back a little bit, because we know that Peter Ecke is a professor from German studies, yeah, and he's even tenured. And I don't know this professor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little doctor here, so that it is a more formal email. That's the better way to do it. And then I'm just gonna click send. I'm not gonna do it right now because, like I said, this is a test mode, and also I'm not recruiting right now, so I'm just gonna close that part. So going back to the command line program, that's how it's done with a test interface. It's going to be the same thing for the actual program, except the test is not going to save any of your progress. So now it says always follow instructions, right? So it says type yes to continue or exit to stop the program and save. Even if I type exit, this is not going to save because I'm in test mode. So yeah, I'm going to type yes. And now we're going to be emailing Joella Jacobs, which is an assistant professor in German studies. It says tenure eligible. This is a hint for you to also use doctor here. In this case, also I don't know Joella personally. So now I should have the email for Joella copied on my clipboard. And you see Joella Jacobs, and then the greeting is correct, and the class is different, okay? So that's what it is. Now it's going to ask me if I want to add any notes and continue. This didn't happen for Peter Ecke because there's a bug in the program that I won't have time to solve before I publish this video and send you the materials. So in case you want to add a note, we're going to type yes. And then you're going to add any notes. Notes can be whatever you want. I don't know, this is just for keeping track of your progress, or you don't even have to type any notes. If you don't want to add any notes, you can just say no. But in case there's a note, like for example, say I know Joella Jacobs personally, I could say something like, I know Joella Jacobs. We can address Joella as with their first name. And of course, if you know their pronouns, you can say her or him or they, whatever you want. So this is just a note. And if it wasn't a test mode, it would say it will not give you any feedback. But right now it says, this is a test. Your notes will not be saved, right? Even after it says your notes for Joella Jacobs has been saved, it will say, nope, it's a test, never mind. Okay, so it says, please email Joella Jacobs now. After you do, come back and type yes to continue, exit to stop and the program and save. So I'll say, yeah, I already emailed her or them. Right, so that's it. And now it goes to the next one. The next instructor, who is Janice McGregor, assistant professor, tenure eligible. So yeah, so we're going to continue until this is done. Test mode only runs for 3 people. So I'm going to show you that right now. Test, add, and continue notes. No, I'm not going to add anything. And then email Janice Gregor now. I can type exit to exit, but just for showing you that it's not going to show any other emails, I'm going to say yes. And then test is finished, okay? All right, so how to run the program without test mode. Again, let's go and do Python run PA from our directory. Enter your net ID. Oh. and then fall 20, shoot, fall 20. Are you recruiting? Yes. Oh, just to show you, no. And it's going to say this program can only perform recruiting, so you will be recruiting from Spanish and Portuguese, German studies, that's me. Is this a test? No. So automatically it will start copying emails, and then again, this is Peter Eke. Why? Because none of our progress was saved. So now this is on my clipboard. Let's say I'm going to, email Peter Eke, and email subject, copy it here. Now delete everything, say dear Dr. Peter Eke, click send. Yeah, so that would be a yes here. Yes. Again, you won't be able to type any notes for the first person you're emailing, but now your progress has been saved because you're not running it in test mode. Okay, don't mind this warning, I have to change that. Never mind. So emailing Joella Jacobs. Okay, so now we're emailing Joella Jacobs, and it's going to ask me to add notes. Will I add a note? Yeah, sure. Let's add a note. My first note, and then the note has been saved. You won't see it anywhere, but just trust it. Now what happens is email Joella Jacobs. Okay, so I'm gonna email Joella Jacobs. Again, do this. So why are we doing this process? Because it's even better than just going through the spreadsheet and then copying the this information and then changing this information and then copying this information. This will take a lot of time, especially figuring out how many classes this person has, because the spreadsheet is just like one professor, one class, etc. Now our program is going to figure out which classes are assigned to every instructor and professor, etc. So if the person has more than one class, it's going to be shown here on the email. Let's say I emailed Joella Jacobs and I'm going to say yes, but I don't have more time because it's lunchtime for me. So what I'm going to do is click exit, but not right here. So type yes to add any notes, no. So this is Janice McGregor, right? No notes. I'm going to email Janice McGregor, okay? And then exit will save my progress, okay? And quit the program. So your progress has been saved. You're gonna quit the program. Notice this was Janice McGregor, right? And then if I run the program again, recruiting, yes, not a test. So this is Janice McGregor, okay? And it takes me here because I didn't say, yes, I emailed Janice McGregor, okay? Now, if I say, yes, I emailed Janice McGregor, it's going to take me to the next person. If I cancel here, my progress will not be saved, and I won't have emailing, Barbara Saitivia, but you're going to see that my progress is going, this program is not going to show me Janice McGregor again. Barbara Saitivia. So all notes and progress, it's going to be saved. And this is going to continue until there's no more instructors left. And that's it. So this is the functionality of the program. And this has been a long video, but I hope this helps you realize that this program is going to be a good tool for us. It's going to make things easier, and how to use it. If you have any questions, do go ahead and look at the documentation here. So the getting started part shows you how to install, again, everything. There's also a part for using the email generator, how to run the program, logging options, so when you type your net ID, etc., and then how to email participants. Everything is documented here. So if you have any questions, go ahead and look at this documentation. Please do so before contacting me. If you get stuck and there's nothing on these instructions that help you out, please contact me. You know how to do that. All right.